Good afternoon and welcome to Silverstone. We are here for race number 8 in the AAA Racing Academy's Summer Series GT3 and Cadillac. We have been doing some warm-up and this is the qualifying being done at the moment. And we're going to have a look at that a little bit later. On this track this week they are running in the official series in iRacing the Black Pain Sprint Series and also the Endurance Series, and that is why we follow that series. So this is to get some more practice in and also have a little bit more fun. As you can see here, we're having BMWs with us, and this is Matthias Norling from Sweden. And here is the Ford GT3. We also have the McLaren with us. And of course also the RUF. These four are the GT3 cars, and in addition to that, as I said before, we have the Cadillac. And the Cadillac looks like this. There are two Cadillacs joining us today, and first of all, we're going to have a look at the championship standings. So these are the standings before this race, and it's Jürgen Petersen in the lead at 254 points, followed by Matthias Norling at 238 points. Ricky James is now up in 186 points. And we have Johan Hallberg in 180 points, Tobias Czerny in 178 points, Jelena Medvedeva in 168, Klaus Petersen in 156, Alex Czerny in 100 points, Jonathan Taylor in 98, David Sostello in 90 points, and thereafter we have Tori, Tesla, Andy Morgan, Jimmy Nilsson, Marcos Costillo, Adam Atkinson, Dan Lensen, Jari Sirviö, Danny Resser, Jacob Groth, Michael Johnson, and Leo Amendola. And worth mentioning here is that Tobias and Alex Czerny, which now is in 5th and 8th position, they have not been they have not joined all the races. I think there's 3 races they haven't done, so it will be interesting to see if they do the rest of the races, whether or not they will be able to catch the cars up in the lead. So we're now going to move over and have a look at the qualifying results. That also is the starting grid. Fastest in the qualifying and also in pole position is Walker Racing member Jürgen Petersen. Second is also Walker Racing, Klaus Petersen in a Ford GT as well. We have Alex Czerny third on the grid in a McLaren, followed by Matthias Norling racing for Swedish Sim Racers in a BMW. We have Tobias Czerny in a RUF in position 5. And in a Ford GT we have Tori Tesla in position 6. 7th on the grid is Ricky James in a Jägermeister sponsored Cadillac. Here we have Derek Nichols joining us in a Ford GT, followed by Adam Atkinson in a number 1 AAA Racing Academy sponsored Cadillac. So as the car starts to join the grid, we can also mention that the Cadillac is running with a full tank of fuel, so they will not have to do any pit stops. So even though they are slower, they have the chance to be in the race and fighting for the top positions anyway. So we will see how that goes for the Cadillacs. So the lights are about to turn green, and there's the red lights, and they're revving up. And we have Jürgen Petersen getting off the line very well this time. We also see Matthias Norling there passing on the outside. And we'll see second into T1 is Alex Czerny, also got off the line very well. So it's Jürgen Petersen, Alex Czerny, and Matthias Norling. And he is behind Matthias. There is Tobias Czerny and also Klaus Petersen going into first left-hander. And it's Klaus Petersen that needs to back off a little bit. And we have the Cadillacs here, Ricky James right after. And we'll see now here on the straights if the if the Cadillacs they have a little bit more engine than the GT3 cars, so usually they can close the gap a little bit. Doesn't seem to be any problem at keeping up the speed. Actually closed the gap a little bit there, so this will be interesting a little bit further on in the race. Jürgen Petersen still in the lead here. Jürgen was about half a second faster in the qualifying than car number 2. But fast in the qualifying is one thing, and fast in the race is another. So we see how this develops. We have Jürgen Petersen, as I just said, up in the lead. Alex Cerny, followed by Matthias Norling and Tobias Cerny. And it doesn't look like we have any incidents whatsoever in the first lap. That is almost completed. Everything nice and tidy as usual in this series. I think we had 2 questionable incidents in the 8 races that we have done, which is good. We had a overtake that was a little bit harsh, and very late braking at Spa also. That was questionable. So going out on lap 2, we have Rick James here. It's the Cadillac that is in the lead. Tory Tesla is brand new in this car. He just bought it the other day, and so he just said that, okay, I'm going to do my best, and that's good to see on track. Tory. He's followed there by Adam Atkinson, who is making a comeback into iRacing. He's been away for quite a while, so he's working hard to get the consistency up. Always nice to see Adam back on track, and we have Derek Nichols here in the Ford GT. We are on lap 4, and we have Tory Tesla here in 7th position, right behind Rick James here in 6th, as Rick leaves the last turn here. He gets a little bit of a slide and loses exit speed, so Tory can tuck in right behind him and use the draft on the start-finish straight, and since the GT cars have much better brakes or shorter stopping distance, he can brake later and gets past Rick there. So we have our first overtake in this race. Looks like we have Tobias Cerny there making a overtake attempt on Matthias Norling. There goes on the inside, and they're going too wide, and he tucks in behind Matthias there. So he's just making his presence noticed. Lap times are in the 140s, mid 140s for all of the cars. Alex is right behind Jürgen Petersen. So it will be interesting when we get to the pit stops, but it's a long way till then. We are on lap 8, and we have had Tobias Cerny making a few inquiries just to see if he can get past Matthias, and here he comes again, same place as last time, going on the inside, and they're going too wide, and you see there Tobias, Alex, sorry, getting a little bit in the way, but Tobias snuck by. So he's up 1 position, and Matthias Norling is down 1 position. It's all very much they're all very much together. We have the 4 cars here, and up ahead here is Jürgen about 2 seconds in the lead. You can also see in the lap times here that the cars behind us running in the 141s roughly. Also they have been fighting, that slows them down. I'm sure we have not seen the end of this fight yet. So Jürgen this time passing on a lap time 140.17. Alex in 141. Tobias in 140.6. Matthias in 141.4. So they're pretty much in the same lap times. And we have Tori has left Rick James behind a little bit. Tori just did a 142.3. Rick 142.3 also, so they're keeping the same pace. So when the GT3 cars start to pit, we will have Cadillac far up in the field for sure. Here we have Derek Nichols, who has passed Adam Atkinson also. On lap 10 here we see also again Matthias Norling is being attacked from behind. It's Klaus Petersen that goes on the inside, same place as Matthias was overtaken last time. And looks like he's going to cling on to that position. Klaus, that is, and he does. So Matthias lost 2 positions, it's down to 4th. So we see here in this race for the first time the walk racing team's new liveries. They are not exactly the same, there are a few versions of it, but the walk racing team was launched a couple of weeks ago, and this is the first time that they are participating officially as members of the team, and Jürgen Petersen here as we saw in the Ford GT, and they are using the Ford GT primarily, so that is also, as you can see here, Klaus Petersen also in the Ford GT walk racing, and they're using the same setups, him and Jürgen. Also Tori Tesla that we have here is also in walk racing. He hasn't got his skin on yet, but I'm sure that will be on for the next race. On lap 11 here we have the fight between Klaus Petersen and Tobias Cerny. Klaus has been aggressive, he is faster as it seems, and he is positioning himself overlapping Tobias' car every now and then, showing that he's there, and we're going down the start and finish straight. And Klaus gets on the brake late, a little bit too late it looks like. Also when you are that close behind, your braking ability is not as good as when you have clean air, so he loses I think he touches the rear left of Tobias' car, so this also causes Tobias to lose the position back to Matthias here. So things are changing, and we're going back to have a look here at Klaus. Looks like his car is okay, but he is far behind. As you can see here, next car coming by there is Tori Tesla. I was going to see if we can find if we can see any cars up ahead on any of the views, just to get a feel of how much he lost. Oh, there you saw the cars up on the start-finish straight, so he's far behind. There you can see them. It's not that bad. It's about 8-9 seconds. And there he goes wide again. Has he maybe cooked the rear end? Could be. Spun twice in one lap. When you do the first spin, you can overheat the tires even more, and then you kind of carry that temperature with you. Then you're in a bit of a problem. So there he lost probably about 10 seconds more. So Jorgen Petersen has a good lead now. It's about 7 seconds. And Alex now managed to pull away a little bit since Tobias and Klaus had that little incident. Tobias is in third, Matthias Norling is in fourth, Tori Teslip is up to fifth, Derek Nichols is seventh, and that is because Klaus Petersen goes into pits. See if he has he's maybe doing an early pit stop and getting new tires on and so on. He's had these incidents. We're going to see how this pans out. It's Rick James passing on the outside in the Cadillac. So we are on lap 14, and still Jorgen Petersen in the lead by about 7 seconds. Just did a 1:39.967, fastest on track at the moment, and we see here cars going into pits. So the pit stop window has opened, and it is both Alex and Tobias doing the pit stops. We're going to see now how the positions, if they maintain position, or if anyone is being able to overtake the pit stop here. They are probably just taking fuel, no tires, because it's only a 45-minute race. And I think that Alex did a little bit faster pit stop there. So we have Alex and Tobias, and then we have Derek Nichols there who haven't done his pit stop yet. So we're going to see here now. Oops, there Alex goes off track, a little bit unconcentrated after the pit stop perhaps. See here if Jorgen is doing a pitting in this lap perhaps. No, not this time. And we have Matthias not pitting either. And Klaus, as you remember, just did his pit stop. So he's done with that. And this is Tori. Tori pits in. Lap 16 here, Jorgen Petersen is in the lead, and before the Cerny brothers did their pit stop, he was in the lead with about 6-7 seconds. So now we're going to see how this turns out. Jorgen has messed up his pit stop a couple of times, speeding in pits, getting penalties and all sorts, especially on Watkins Glen. Didn't work out well at all. So we're going to see how this goes. And we're going to go over to the Cerny brothers. Here they are. So we'll see if Jorgen goes out ahead of them or behind. Oh, Jorgen is not left in pits. He has left. There he is, just exiting, and it looks like he has been maintained his lead. You can see the Cerny brothers coming there behind. So the Cerny brothers have done their pit stops, and so have Jorgen Petersen. And here there is a battle for second position. Adam has not done a pit stop because he's in a Cadillac. Tori has done his pit stop, and Adam is up to 8th position. I think actually he should be further up, but well, There's Derek Nichols doing his pit stop. So when we go back to start-finish line here, we will get a bit better picture of who is in what position. So outlap after pit stop here 2196, which is expected. And it says position 2, so I guess that is Matthias Norling, who hasn't pitted yet. Tobias 3rd, Alex 4th, and there is Matthias. So here on lap 17 we see Matthias Norling, and he's getting into pits, so we're gonna go over to pit lane and have a look to see where he exits. So here we see Matthias in the pit lane, and there's Jürgen Petersen coming on the outside, and here's the Cerny brothers, second and third position, and Matthias is leaving pit, so he's leaving in 4th position. So we have Jürgen Petersen in the lead. There it switched to position 1, 141.1 in lap time, and we have Tobias Cerny in 2nd position, did 140.5. And Alex Cerny did 141.7 in 3rd position, followed by Matthias Norling on his outlap, 4th position. And we have Adam Atkinson here in 5th position. Followed by Tori Tesla in 6th. And Rick James in 7th. By the way, I overheard conversation in the pits before the race that Rick James actually gave Adam his setup information, so they're running the same setup, and Adam said afterwards thank you very much, because it was much better than the one he was using, and that is good sportsmanship, and that is what we want more of in racing. And we're back to Jürgen here. No, that's Klaus. The cars are so similar now. 8th position for Klaus after spinning twice, and also a bit of repairs, I think. Derek Nichols in 9th, and that completes the number of drivers. Oops, and Jürgen exits last corner, and he goes on throttle a little bit early and crashes the car, and the car is very, 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 very damaged. So he's doing a pit entrance, and the car is hardly drivable. It's going sideways. Oops. It's driving it in a 30-degree angle, and that will take a while to get fixed. I think there you can see that the car is hardly drivable, going diagonally over the pit lane. So this is going to be, I think, maybe it has one repair, and he was in the lead by 7.5 seconds roughly. So this is devastating, of course. Yet again, Jürgen is doing well, and when we're approaching the end of the race, it's race pace, consistency, and concentration. It's not really there, unfortunately. And now we had 2 of the walk racing cars spinning. Jürgen once and Klaus twice. Maybe they have had their Their setup made for a little bit too much speed and not safety. When it's 45 minutes, you need to have a little bit more extra margins. Jürgen took new tires, and I see that there are being repairs done on the rear wings and bodywork and so on. And there he's off. He's far, far, far down. Dead last. Let's see, next up ahead is half a lap. That's Derek Nichols. He's half a lap up. Oh, and Derek spins as well. Well, he's not using the walk racing setup, that's for sure. So up in the lead now, we have Tobias Ernie, and he has left Alex behind by some 4 or 5 seconds, and he's followed by Matthias Norling in 3rd position. And then we have Adam Atkinson in 4th. Well done, Adam. James in 5th, followed by Tor Tesla in 6th. And there's Klaus Peterson in 7th. That's Derek Nichols. Jürgen Peterson dead last. Jürgen Peterson here crosses the start-finish line again, and we can see now on the lap times he was running low 140s before, and mid-high 140s. Now he's doing high 141s. Looks like his car is not what it's supposed to be, so we'll see how this ends. It's a good lead for Tobias. It's about 9 seconds down to Alex. Tobias, as you can see here, just did a 140.7, good lap time. Alex did 141.9. Could have been some kind of incident also, maybe going wide somewhere or sliding or so, but it's definitely going slower now. 141.8 for Matthias. I see also that looks like Adam's car has a few dents there on the right side. The door panel seems to be pushed in a little bit, so pretty early in the race he had some kind of contact. We see also that Klaus Peterson has caught up with Tori. Tori did a 142.2 last time. Klaus did a 140.9. That's a good lap time. Tori is closing the door, not letting anyone pass without a fight. Oops! And there Klaus goes on the grass. And there Klaus Tori spins it. Loses the rear end. So Klaus is up to 6th. We are on lap, just starting lap 27, which is the final lap. They're just getting the white flag here. And we have Adam Atkinson in 4th position. This is where the action is going on. Adam is going out on the last lap, as we can see here. He's closely followed. He did a 143 there right now, and Rick did a 141.8, so that he is faster and catching. And right behind is Klaus, that is also catching up Rick. So we have a little bit of a fight here. And right now it looks like everything is going nice and clean, but there Adam goes off track, loses a little bit of speed, rejoins the track, and the other cars coming from behind with a higher speed. So now they're going more or less 3 cars wide, going into the same position on the track, and Klaus is there squeezing in to see if he can get on the inside, which he tries to do, but Rick James closes the door, and it's Klaus' left front tire that hits Rick James's right rear. We're going to go back and have a little bit of a look on that from the shopper. So So here is the situation again. We have Adam Atkinson there on the outside. Ricky James and Klaus is going on the inside, tucking his nose in there. So they are more or less going too wide. And I must say to Klaus's defense that he was well on the parallel to Rick James when they started to turn. And so he could not do very much about that. He had his right to be there. They were not just slightly overlapping, they were parallel. So unfortunate that it happens, but I think that was a fair overtake attempt. Let's go back and have a look at it one more time. Here you see that Klaus moves in, and there they are parallel when the bend turns. Klaus goes on the brake a little bit just to be safe, and Rick turns in, and he should have left space there for Klaus. It is unfortunate, but that's the way racing are. You see here that after this incident that Klaus is having some kind of problems. His car is not steering the way it's supposed to, so he loses speed. And looks like he lifts off here. Yes. He does. And he lets Adam pass. And also you see here Tori benefited from that little incident, so he got past Rick. Rick, of course, not happy about this. So we're going back to the race leaders. So Tobias Ernie is in the lead and he's about to take the checkered flag. There he does that. Congratulations, Tobias. Race well performed. And quite far behind is his brother Alex. Going out on the start-finish straight now. And Tobias Norling is right behind him. So they're second position. Well done, Alex. And Tobias Norling in third. We have here Adam Atkinson getting into fourth position. Also Jürgen Petersen retired 2 laps ago. So he's going to finish last. There we have Adam going out on start-finish straight. There he is. Well done, Adam. Followed by Tori Tesla. Finishing 5th. Followed by Klaus, who stops and lets Rick James pass, which is fair. He gave back the position. Not that I think that Klaus was at fault. Race incident as I see it. So let's go and have a look at the result list. Results are as follow. We have Tobias Ernie who won, followed by Alex Czerny, and in third we have Matthias Norling, Adam Atkinson in fourth, Troy Tesla, and we have Rick A. James, Klaus Petersen, Derek Nichols, and Jürgen Petersen, who retired 2 laps short. And with that we go over to the standings in the championship. So the standings after this race are as follow. Matthias Norling took a climb up and he just passed Jürgen Petersen with 2 points. 274 points for Matthias, 272 for Jürgen, and Tobias Ernie now is up at 228 points in third position. Rick James is in fourth position at 210 points. Johan Hallberg, that didn't join us today, he was on a pop song festival. Klaus Petersen in 6th position, Jelena Medvedeva in 7th, we haven't seen her now for a few races, Alex Ernie in 8th, Jonathan Taylor in 9th, and Tor Tesla in 10th. And then we have David Costello, Adam Atkinson, Adam Morgan, Jimmy Nilsson, Marcus Castillo, Dan Lance, and Jerry Servio, Derek Nichols, Danny Resser, Jacob Groth, and Michael Johnson. So with that, as we see the Cerny brothers helping each other to get back to track. Their McLaren here is out of fuel, and he's being pushed back by his brother, which is nice to see. Not that it matters, it's the end of the race, so but anyway, nice to see. So thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back next week after the race at Monza. Thanks for watching.